who's the 39th U.S. Chief of State, presented an commencement address called Leading Thought Complexity at Norwich University College of National Services. And in it, he says, as he's lecturing these graduates, you will be dealing with terrorists, hybrid armies, little green men, and tribes.
No. He said this?
He said that.
Are you sure that's real?
I listened to it on the YouTube. That's what he said. Now, of course, all the conspiracy theorists are going wild about this. And then people are saying, well, when he said little green men, he meant the army because they dress in green.
Like maybe the midgets in the green.
Yeah, they wouldn't call them little green men. So I just thought this was interesting how he just put that in amongst his commencement address. So, but of course, everybody picked that one up. So let's see what happens with that one. I thought that was pretty
Sounds like the staged alien invasion's coming soon.
Yeah, and then, I don't know if you remember, but I reported on a dead story not too long ago. It turned out the source wasn't correct.
Yes.
But this one has got a good source. This is about bringing the dead back to life in a groundbreaking project. There's a biotech company in the U.S. which supposedly has been granted ethical permission, listen to this, to recruit 20 patients, how to recruit them, who have been declared clinically dead from a traumatic brain injury, or to test whether parts of their central nervous system can be brought back to life, and is it possible to regenerate the brains of dead people.
Sounds like Frankenstein.
So anyway, the trial participants will have been certified dead and only kept alive through life support.
I can't give you your death certificate. You are dead.
So anyway, they're going to find out if they can bring that region of the brain back. But I thought, again, very strange.
What about the rest of the body?
Well, right now they claim they're only working on the brain. This reminds me of all the zombie stuff that's going on. Well, we haven't heard about the zombies. That was so big for a while.
Yeah, where have they gone?
Yeah, they take things out and they bring it back. Well, if they can reanimate the body.
They went from a zombie to Zika.
That's true, another Z. But if they can reanimate that brain without having the soul in the body, so to speak, maybe they can create these armies of zombies.
But they're going through their list now. They're the Z's. So you're not going to go back to A again.
Let's find out. And then in Missouri, a Republican, Tilla Hubrecht.
Tilla? That's a name?
That's T-I-L-A, Tilla. Or is it Tyla? It's a female. She's backing legislation that will ban abortion. And she says that on the grounds that the fetuses possess personhood. And women who have been raped can hope for one good thing to come out of the assault: the obligation to birth the child of the man who violated them.
She said that?
She said, quote, sometimes bad things happen and they're horrible things, but sometimes God can give us a silver lining through the birth of a child.
And maybe she should raise them.
So she said, and then the article goes on, rape victims have a high likelihood of developing post-traumatic stress disorder, drug and alcohol abuse problems, severe mental illness, eating disorders, depression, that frequently leads again to what? Suicide. So if there is no silver lining to rape, and if you have all these things, are you going to be in a condition to raise a child that's going to remind you of the person who raped you?
I think that's bizarre.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. So a lot of weird things are coming out over this. I personally, I don't believe in abortion, but sometimes it is the lesser of the evils, all things considered.
I think that the rapist punishment, they should become transgender.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I just think it's all a terrible thing. But I think these are personal decisions that you can't legislate. That if you're a female and these things happen to it, you have to make your own choices and not have it legislated for you.
I agree.
Okay, then the next thing is an artificial womb. Now, you and I have been talking about this for a long time, and apparently, as they're playing around with embryos and how to, IVF, all that stuff, which, again, I have a hard time with that as well. Anyway, apparently, in the UK, that they can legally fertilize eggs and mature them to 14 days.
I heard,
and then they have to be destroyed.
Right, I heard that.
Because then, after 2 weeks, it says twins can no longer form, and so it is determined at that point that an individual has started to develop.
But do you think they really do that?
Well, I don't. They do a lot of things that they don't tell us about, obviously. But they want to extend the 14-day. And of course...
to 9 months.
Now it says... This professor, Alan Pacey, University of Sheffield, says, quote, it will not open the door to couples being able to grow babies in the laboratory. This is not the dawn of a brave new world scenario. Well, I would say not, because once they do this. However, somebody else comes along and says proposing to extend the 14-day limit might be opening a can of worms. But would it lead to a Pandora's box or a treasure chest of valuable information?
They've already done this a long time ago.
But they're going to put that out, of course, for the public. So now, which I've talked about, artificial wombs, coming. And yes, couples will be able to raise a child in a laboratory. All right. In fact, pretty soon there won't be couples at all. It'll just be,
Well,
these zombie
yeah, they don't
armies
want
with
families
regenerated
anymore.
babies. Right. They are destroying everything they can about the family.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Monday, May 9th, I'm going to give you actually a date here, Mercury begins an epic 7.5-hour passage across the face of the sun. So this occurs only 13 or 14 times each century.
Ah.
The last one was visible from the UK on May 7th, 2003. The next one will happen after this Monday, November 11th, 2019.
So we can still see it.
And then after that, not until May 7, 2049. So,
that's a big jump.
but yes, my feeling is anytime there's some kind of event like this happens, usually there is some kind of a global ritual
Well, of course.
that happens. So I would say on Monday the 9th, there's a possibility something might happen.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. And then there's a Belgian-led team reported that it's discovered 3 Earth-sized planets. Now these planets are less than 40 light years away, so that's
around
pretty
the corner.
close. It says it's the first time planets have been found around this type of star, which is an ultra-cool dwarf star, and it opens up a rich new territory in the search for extraterrestrial life.
Right, which they already know exists and where they're from.
But again, they keep putting it out more often for people. And then it says here by 2018 it might be possible for people to have their own personal aircraft.
Oh, good,
that
finally.
they can take them on and off the ground because this company called Lilium Aviation is designing an electric 2-seater aircraft.
Only 2-seater.
2-seater takes just 20 hours to learn. It can travel at speeds of 250 miles per hour.
So no flight attendants.
No, I guess not unless you bring your own as a passenger.
No, I need flight attendants.
So anyway, this company says their goal is to develop an aircraft for use in everyday life. So it's only 2 years away.
Yeah, I predict many crashes.
Well, they claim it's going to reduce noise and pollution.
Yeah, because they'll all be dead.
Yeah. Here's another very interesting story. I don't know if you heard about the Nazca Lines research.
So who?
Nazca.
Yeah.
Okay,
In
Japan's Yamagata University has a team working there doing exploration. Well, originally they discovered a new image that was originally thought to be the depiction of an animal with its tongue sticking out. They spotted markings on its body and many legs.
What could that be?
Now, listen to this one. They believe it represents an imagery or mythical creature, and the scene is one of decapitation.
No.
Decapitation. Every time we turn
ISIS
around.
was in Peru thousands of years ago?
Yeah, well, last week I reported on the zebra that was decapitated. We found people decapitated, running by and decapitating little kids. Of course, ISIS is decapitating. Now we have the Nazca Lines into decapitation. So, I mean, like, what's wrong with this story? What are they imprinting us with? Zombies, brainless people? I mean, wake up. Okay, then, on the heels of that one, British scientists at the University of Cambridge have developed the world's tiniest engine so small it can enter living cells. It has been called ANT, A-N-T, just like the little red ants, because it says they produce large forces for their weight. The challenge we now face is how to control that force for nanomachinery applications. And the researchers envisioned the ants becoming tiny nanomachines that can walk around controlled by beams of light.
Yeah, and they have this for many decades already.
So I just think, but they're telling you about it. So again, this is what they're just now telling you about. Think of what might already be inside of you walking around.
Yeah, I know. I feel them.
Controlled by beams of light.
I can feel them moving right now.
Yeah. And now here's another one. This was also extremely interesting. This was a hiker, you might have read about this, in Spain who found a well-preserved 230-million-year-old reptile footprint. Now I'm going to tell you what's so interesting about this find.
Yes.
The paleontologists believe that the animal that left it, and I can't say it, it's 16 syllables long, an
I'm not even going to go
Isopchirotherium.
there. I had a bit enough trouble with Polish.
Okay, but listen to this. This reptile was an ancestor of both crocodiles and dinosaurs.
What kind of crocodiles are kind of dinosaurs?
Well, dinosaurs were supposed to be reptilian. Now they're saying this reptile was an ancestor of the dinosaur. So I think
it's a pre-dinosaur.
it's a pre-dinosaur, which I'd never heard of a pre-dinosaur before. So that's why I found this story interesting. A reptile was the ancestor of a dinosaur. Get it?
And this was from Spain.
This is in Spain. They have the picture. They're showing it all
Maybe
over
too
the
much
place.
sangria.
But anyway, I thought that was pretty telling about what might be to come. Then, this is just a couple of weird stories for you, because I know you're waiting for that one.
Yeah, I can't wait.
There is a celebrity massage therapist who bites her A-list clients on their backs.
I saw that.
Designed to tenderize their muscles. Like, why? And so she said, now this is even weirder, she formulated the technique while massaging her mother. Now, can you imagine? She's gonna, okay, Mom, let me bite you.
These are sick people.
Yeah, I think so. So don't do this
either. She needs
either.
to get a pet.
Don't learn it, don't do it, don't have it done to you, blah, blah.
Yeah, I bet she's not a vegetarian, though.
Then there's a talking cat collar, which now is giving your pet a human voice. It's a translation gadget called the Catterbox. The researchers put this collar on, so when the cat makes a sound, then they translate it into what they think it means in human.
Boy, I won't give that to our cats,
Well,
because I know what they're going to tell me.
It's kind of interesting because, remember what I've been telling you, they're trying to humanize animals, and humans make them equal. And so I didn't put the next thing I'm going to tell you in with my links, but I was also watching something that was about vegetarians and how they wanted people to get more so they can identify with a cow. Because then they think they won't eat them, because they think that now they want meat is so unhealthy, and so they're saying people won't eat it if we tell you that meat is unhealthy. So therefore, but if you emotionally identify with a cow, you won't want to eat it. So they put them on all fours, and they put on like a virtual thing, and then people
do this.
and they pretend they're a cow. And then at the last thing they say, oh, now you're going to go to the slaughterhouse. So it's very bizarre. But again, they're trying to turn people and animals, make that equivalent.
We just have to go to a Weight Watcher meeting.
They kind of are.
There.
And then there's an artist, Michael Rosner, 43, from L.A.
You said that was your last story.
No, I didn't.
No?
I said I'm saving some of my stories until the last. Michael Rosner, 43, is transforming models into horned demons and mythical creatures via body paint. Now get this, because he hopes to elevate the human form. That's not elevating.
Into demonic entities.
Yeah. So the art, yes, it is breathtaking, and you have to be truly talented to do it. I take nothing away from his ability. However, what he's doing with that is not elevating the human form. No. It is imprinting them with astral entities and other things that you don't want to be imprinted with.
That's right.
So anyway, that was interesting. And now this, I have two more stories because I...
Oh, all right.
Okay, the first to the last one, which is really, again, bizarro, and why you need to learn hyperspace oversoul techniques. This story says that obesity could be contagious, like the superbug of C. diff.
Well, have you been to the buffets, the all-you-can-eat buffets?
They said that a huge study of bacteria in the human gut has found that 1/3 of the species produces spores which survive in the open air and can potentially move between people.
Wait. I could inhale a spore from a fat person?
Or if you sit on their
That's like a sci-fi
toilet.
movie.
Or if you sit on their toilet.
Oh my God.
It says you can pick up these conditions from close contact or sharing bathrooms. So instead of being genetic, you pick it up because you're in close contact. That's why it runs in families. Now this reminds me of this Gardasil, and I'm going to bring this one up. I haven't studied it for a long time. But first of all, they tell you can't catch cancer. But now they tell you have to be vaccinated with this Gardasil stuff, boy or girl, female, male or female. And if you're going to be, probably a negligent parent if you don't do that, because you can catch cancer, which they say you can't catch it because it's not a virus according to conventional science. Now they're saying you can catch obesity. So really, it's mind pattern.
Wow. So that means that it can come up with a vaccination for obesity.
Well, maybe that's where it's leading. I don't know.
Yes.
Okay, this is my very last story, and I have to say I'm extremely proud of. Now, of course, I have Italian dual citizenship, even though technically I am French, but my French ancestors moved to northern Italy.
So you had conflict within yourself?
No, I am not. So there is a chef, Simone Salvini, a chef based in Milan and Bologna, who has his own television show. He was invited to prepare a meal at the Antoniano Soup Kitchen, which is run by monks in Bologna.
Sounds like a Bologna story to me.
His specialty is plant-based cuisine. And so they wanted him to make a healthy version of one of the city's most famous dishes, tagliatelle al ragu, which is wide noodles with meat sauce. But because he's health conscious, he's a vegan, he served a vegan dish to the homeless people, and the homeless people rejected it.
Good for those homeless people.
They said that they would rather starve and return to the streets rather than eat vegan food.
Yay to the homeless people in Italy.
That's right.
Good for them.
Yes, because they do not want to eat vegan and they do not
Yes.
want to be weak and sick. They'd rather
Exactly.
be homeless. And I agree with you.
Good for them.
Yes.
I applaud the homeless people in Italy.
Yes. So, when I will take my greetings to them when I go in June on my tour,
Mm.
and I have like about 2 days if you still want to join. I still have people calling me and not making commitments. If you're going to go, transportation is like a hair away from being in place, and if I need more bigger vehicles, I have to know.
Yeah, but you make sure that you can't get any fat people because of.
I'm just going to give them the
everybody could
vaccination,
get sick.
or we'll give them vegan food they won't eat.
Yeah,
So,
very dangerous.
yeah. But anyway, so my tour is almost in place, so it's very, very good, and it is so reasonable for Europe. It's just like unbelievable.
I wish I could go.
Me too. But you're going to be traveling to other parts of Europe, and then you have to come home and do the news while I'm gone, so
Yes,
they
and
don't miss out on
and
anything.
protect the house against the Zika virus and fat people virus.
Yes, that's right. And Gardasil stuff.
And yes, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. All right. So,
Well,
what else?
So
do you have?
actually, I'm leaving next week
Yeah, you're on your way soon.
to Iceland, Holland, Poland, and Germany.
Will you do one more podcast with me, or is this it for a
No,
while?
I have one more.
One more
to do
podcast.
with you.
Okay, that's good.
Yes, and then I'll be on my own after you come back.
Yeah.
After I come back, and then you leave.
Yeah. So we're gonna kind of. What are they? Tag team, right? You tag team.
Yeah.
You touch some person, the other person
Yeah.
runs off. So next
Yeah.
time I'll do this, and you go,
So-
and then vice versa.
Yeah, did you just hit me?
Don't hit me, or I'll have to
I hope that you
report
don't
you.
have like a fat virus on your hand or anything like that. Oh, and
Be
I
nice, or
have
I'm going to
been-
feed you vegan food.
I will reject it. And I
You'll go
have
hungry.
been waiting. I know that some of you have answered my request for my birthday party to be either in Canada or Russia, but you answered it on YouTube, I believe. But I want you to answer it on our website, expansions.com.
What about Tahiti? I was looking at some nice
You
places
know,
there.
I was there for my one birthday. It was
Yeah.
in 2013,
Oh.
and I really liked it.
So maybe we should go to Tahiti.
But I want to go someplace that we both haven't been to.
I've never been there.
Well, we went to Canada.
Together.
But that was your idea anyway.
Well, the Clear Health Inn is a good place.
Yeah.
So we
But
thought about that. So
Anyway,
and
so
nobody,
please answer on the website.
nobody is. They have to be a member to answer on the website.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So please answer on the website, people.
And they have to also throw in there Tahiti, because I think that would be nice.
You can't throw that at me now.
Yeah,
we
I
did
just
not
did.
agree on that.
Doesn't matter. We didn't really agree on Vladivostok. There's nothing to do. If you go on TripAdvisor and you put in the top 3 things to do, they list 2 bridges and an island.
Oh, because there's a lot to do in Regina.
There's the Clear Health Inn.
Yeah.
And so we're going to have a day spa that was going to last 3 or 4 days in Regina.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that city.
Well, why don't you go there and I go to Vladivostok?
Okay, that might be
How
what we'll
about
have
that
to do.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. So we have all your overseas events. I have my June trip, which is like right around the corner. We have our September Spectacular, which you still have a couple of months to get together.
Right.
That's going to be an amazing week-long adventure with us.
But you skipped July and August.
Where are we going?
Well, July, are you doing webinars again or not?
No.
No. And there's still Day with Stewart. So there's
Oh, yeah,
a
there's
couple
Day-
booked already, but there's still some
There's a
left.
couple in July and August.
In August, I was asked to be a speaker at the conference in Pewsey, England.
I don't know.
That name is a weird name, Pewsey, England.
I wouldn't say it
Yeah.
unless I knew exactly how to say it.
Well, maybe you'll correct me. Oh, they're British, they don't know anything. So anyway, I'll be there. And probably also Bonn at the Russian Institute.
And
And
then
possibly Milan.
September.
And then September.
September, which is our amazing week-long events with both of us, where you're going to have so much fun
And then in October,
and learn so much things and hyperspace work. So if you want to register for that, you can do it on the site or talk to Patricia as soon as possible. Some people have already making arrangements with her, and there will be limited space.
and then October, we were asked to do a joint conference in Poland at the Open Mind Conference, which will be in Warsaw.
Yeah, so we have lots of things going on from now till the end of the year. Then, of course, that leads into our January class again. It'll be here before you know it.
Yes.
So lots of opportunities for you. Hyperspace, oversoul tools and techniques, so you're not a mind-controlled, a zombie,
Right.
vegan person.
With the
Right.
fat virus.
Yeah. Okay?
Okay,
All
so
right, that's it.
that's it for now. We'll see you next time.
Bye.